Let your body settle now. Just let it all go. Let the weight of you sink down into whatever is beneath you. Your back, your shoulders, they've been holding something all day. You don't need to hold that anymore. Let them go lower, just a little lower than that. Your hands, where are they resting? Just notice the warmth of them, the small, soft heaviness. And your jaw, are you holding it? You might be. You can let it soften now. Your face doesn't need to do anything tonight. Your feet, the weight around them, just the warmth of that. Breathe in slowly and let it out. The breath finds its own way, in through the nose, out through the mouth, soft. You don't need to control it. And again, in and out. There is nothing you need to figure out right now. Nothing to plan, nothing to carry. Let that go. You really can. It will all still be there if you need it. But not now, not tonight. And as you breathe, the room around you begins to shift, very slowly, like mist rising from warm ground. The sounds you know grow quieter and quieter, and something else moves in. You are in the jungle, classic Maya, somewhere around 700 CE. A small village deep in the lowland forest of what will one day be called Guatemala. The day's heat is releasing now. The sky above the canopy, what you can see of it through the leaves, has gone from pale gold to the softest, deepest blue. You are already half here. The path is just ahead of you. Narrow, worn smooth by many feet over many years, the earth dark and damp and faintly warm under your bare soles. On either side, the jungle rises. It rises and rises and rises. The ceiba trees, the great sacred trees, their trunks wider than 3 people standing arm in arm, their roots spreading outward across the ground in long, curved fins. You walk past one and your hand brushes the bark. Rough, alive, old. The air here is not like air anywhere else. It is warm and wet and full, heavy with the smell of green things growing, wet leaves, soil that has never dried out. Somewhere deeper in the undergrowth, the faint sweetness of an orchid you will never find in this light. The canopy above filters what is left of the evening, leaves the size of your hand, leaves the size of your whole arm. Light falling through in long, slow columns that are already fading. A bromeliad clings to a branch above you, catching the last of it, a pool of water held in its center, perfectly still. A toucan lands somewhere in the high branches. You hear it before you see it, that thick, rattling call. And then it is quiet again. The birds are settling. One by one, they are going quiet. The cicadas begin. They are always beginning at this hour. A rising sound enormous, like the jungle itself is exhaling. It fills everything. And then, underneath it, tree frogs. Small voices, dozens of them, calling from every wet leaf and hollow. The whole forest alive with sound, and somehow it is still peaceful. It has always been this sound at this hour. It is the sound of the day ending well. A firefly blinks ahead of you on the path, just once, and then another off to the left, and then 3 more rising slowly from the ferns. You stop walking and just watch. Little cold lights drifting upward through the dark green air. They don't hurry, they drift. The path opens up. A clearing, not large. The jungle doesn't let anything stay open for long. Already the trees are leaning in at the edges, reaching. But here, for now, a small community of houses arranged around a common space. Thatched roofs, low and wide, the palm fronds layered thick and brown. The walls beneath them, white lime plaster, still warm from the day's sun. You pass close to one and feel it. Warm, solid. Cooking smells. That is the first thing. Maize, the smell of it is everywhere, warm and starchy, the smell of something being ground and shaped and placed on a clay comal over heat. Tortillas. And beneath that, beans. Black beans, slow-cooked and soft, their smell deep and earthy. And something else chilly, not sharp, just present. A warmth that sits at the back of the throat. A woman sits outside her doorway grinding corn on a stone medite. Back and forth. The sound of it low, rhythmic, unhurried. She doesn't look up as you pass. She is somewhere inside the rhythm of it. Back and forth. The stone has been worn smooth over years of exactly this. Children are being called inside. Soft voices. The sound of small feet on packed earth. A door hanging made of woven palm fronds sways gently back into place. A dog, small, hairless, the kind that has lived here with these people for thousands of years, curls itself beside a doorstep and closes its eyes. From somewhere at the far edge of the clearing, faint and low, the sound of a wooden drum. Just a few slow beats. Not music exactly. Something older than music. The rhythm of the evening settling into its own shape. And somewhere beyond the trees, you can barely see it through the canopy, the dark silhouette of a pyramid. Distant, quiet, its limestone sides going gray in the fading light. It is not for you tonight. Tonight is just this. The clearing, the fire smoke rising, the frogs beginning again. Your home is here. A simple house. Low walls of pole and lime plaster, not even to your shoulder in places. A palm-thatched roof, wide and sloping, its overhang deep enough to keep the afternoon rain from reaching the walls. You duck slightly through the doorway. Inside, the air is different. Cooler in the way that thick walls hold coolness even after a long, hot day. Darker, quieter. The sounds of the jungle are still there, the frogs, the cicadas, but softened now, like hearing them through cloth. The floor is hardened earth, swept very clean. A sleeping mat of woven palm leaf is rolled against one wall, a low wooden bench. In the corner, a ceramic pot, round-bellied, clay brown, painted with a simple line pattern in dark red. Beside it, a smaller vessel filled with water from the cenote, that sacred pool of clear limestone water underground. The water is cool and smells of stone. Someone has painted the interior wall near the doorway. Not elaborately, just a band of color. Ochre red, the color of the earth. Beside it, a small impression of a hand pressed flat in the same red. Someone was here. Someone left this. A hammock hangs from 2 posts in the far end of the room, woven from cotton cord in a wide, loose mesh. It turns very slowly in the faint air moving through the space. Slowly, 1 full rotation, and then just rocking, almost still. You sit on the low bench. The bowl before you is ceramic, wide and shallow. A stack of tortillas, warm still, slightly charred at the edges from the comal, made from white maize that was dried and soaked in limestone water and ground this morning on the same stone you saw outside. You take one. It bends softly. The smell of it is warm and faintly sweet and ancient. There are black beans pressed thick, seasoned with something green and fragrant, fresh epazote maybe, a wild herb that grows near the milpa fields. Tomatoes. Just a few slices, red and soft, their juice soaking into the tortilla. You eat slowly. There is no hurry. And then the cacao. The cup is small, made from clay, and what is inside it is nothing like what you might expect. Warm, dark, faintly bitter. The Maya have ground the cacao beans with a stone and poured water over them and whipped the mixture between 2 cups until it is foamy, a thick, dark foam sitting on top. Spiced with dried chili. A little. Just enough to feel it in your chest. You hold the cup in both hands. The clay is warm. The drink is warm. You sip it slowly, and it moves through you like something settling into its right place. Bitter and warm and old. The Maya call this food. Not drink food. It is what the gods gave them, they say. Something about that feels true. You set the cup down. The meal was small. It was enough. The milpa garden, maize, beans, squash growing together in the same patch of earth gives what people need here. Not excess. Just enough. There is a rightness to that. You step outside again. The night has fully arrived now. The sky above the clearing, what you can see of it, is very dark and very thick with stars. The jungle holds the darkness close. The air smells of wood smoke and wet earth and something sweet drifting down from the high canopy. Copal, maybe. Incense resin. Someone nearby has offered it to the evening. The clearing is quiet now. The grinding stone is still. The children are inside. Just a few people moving softly near their doorways, and then they too go in, one by one, until it is mostly just the sounds of the jungle and the far-off drum, slower now, slower, and then nothing. There, through a gap in the trees at the far edge of the clearing, the pyramid again, just its shape against the sky. A stepped silhouette, perfectly still, its limestone face gone silver gray in the starlight. It is far away. It has nothing to do with this evening. But it is there the way the mountain is there, part of the shape of the world, solid and old and quietly reassuring. A howler monkey calls somewhere deep in the jungle. Far away. Low and resonant, a sound more like wind than animal moving through the trees. And then silence. And then the frogs again, always the frogs, and the soft electric song of the cicadas, and somewhere above you, the soft rush of wings, a large moth moving through the dark. Fireflies again, more of them now. Dozens slowly blinking on and off among the lower ferns at the jungle's edge. Little cold points of light drifting up and fading and blinking again. You watch them for a while. You don't need to do anything else. There is a small fire in the clearing. Not large, just a few pieces of hardwood, their embers going orange-red at the center. Someone has left it burning low. It gives just enough light to see by, a warm circle on the packed earth, the smoke rising straight up in the still air, thinning into nothing as it meets the dark. You sit near it, not too close, just close enough to feel the warmth on your face, on the fronts of your hands. The rest of you is in the cool night air, and that contrast, warmth at the front, cool at the back, is one of the best feelings there is. You don't need a word for it, just the feeling. The fire breathes, very slowly. The embers brighten when a small breath of air moves through the clearing and then soften again. Bright and soft, bright and soft, like something resting but still alive. The smoke smell is clean and woody. Ceiba, maybe, or another hardwood from the milpa clearing. It drifts toward you very slowly and then past you. You breathe it in without meaning to. It smells like every fire that has ever burned in every clearing like this one, going back further than anyone can count. The wood settles, a soft crack. A small shower of orange sparks that rise and go dark before they reach the height of your head. Then stillness again, the fire breathing, you breathing. You look up. There is a gap in the canopy above the clearing, wide enough to see a good piece of the sky. And the sky tonight is, you have to stop and be still with it for a moment. The sky tonight is everything. So many stars. The Maya have been reading this sky for generations. They know it the way a river knows its own bed, every bend, every shallow, every deep, quiet place. They have watched Venus rise and set and rise again, counted the days, marked the cycles. Venus, Chak Ek, the wasp star, that bright point low in the west, fading now as the night deepens. They have built their temples to align with it. And there, the Pleiades. The Maya call them Tzab, the rattlesnake's rattle. A small cluster, close together, trembling slightly the way bright things do when you look at them directly. And then look slightly away, and they are sharper. The Milky Way is rising. They call it the White Road or the Black Road. Xibalba be the road to the underworld, the road the souls travel. But tonight it is just light. A great river of it sweeping across the sky from one horizon to the other. A celestial ceiba, some say, the great world tree holding the sky open. You let your eyes move along it slowly. There is no end to it, just more and more. The stars are so still, and so far, and so completely indifferent to everything you have been carrying today. They were here before any of this. They will be here long after. Right now they are simply here, above this small clearing, above this fire, above the frogs and the fireflies and the slow breathing of the jungle. You let your eyes go soft. The stars blur a little. The Milky Way becomes just a wash of pale light. The whole sky becomes just depth and darkness, and the feeling of something immense, something quiet, something safe above you. You go inside. The hammock is waiting. You have seen them in your day mind as something casual, something for a porch or an afternoon. But this, the Meyer invented this. The hammock came from here, from these forests, from the cotton grown in the milpa and woven by hand into cord, into mesh, into this wide, slow cradle. You sit in the edge of it and let yourself fall back. The mesh opens to receive you. It finds the shape of your back, your shoulders, the curve of the back of your knees. It holds you suspended, not on the ground, not above it, but somewhere between. The slight sway of it when you settle. Just rocking, so slowly. The woven cotton against your skin is rough in the way that handmade things are rough, not uncomfortably. Just present, textured, real. The smell of it is clean and slightly grassy. The cotton dried in the sun, the same sun that dried these walls. Above you, the palm thatch of the roof, dry and layered and very close. You can see the patterns of it in the faint light, the way each frond overlaps the next, the way moisture would run off and away, the way the thatch breathes just a little. Someone put this together with their hands. Someone knew how. Outside, the frogs, the cicadas beginning to quieten now. The jungle at this hour pulls everything slowly towards stillness. You can feel it happening. The sounds becoming fewer, the spaces between them longer. Longer. The hammock sways very gently. Back and forth. You are not doing it. It is just doing it. The slight movement of the air from the doorway. Just that. Just the jungle now. The frogs still calling, very far away. The soft mesh of the hammock, holding you. Your breath going in. And out. Somewhere above the clearing, Venus, already gone below the trees. The Milky Way, moving. Just warmth now, just the hammock, just the sound of the jungle breathing. A single firefly blinks once through the doorway, and then nothing. You are already between here and wherever the night takes you. Let it take you there. It is safe here. The walls are thick with palm and lime. The forest is all around. The stars are still above. Everything is already all right.